All right, every year it seems like we bring a new addition on to the Lions and they get to talking about Super Bowl in the city of Detroit. Let's talk about what Reggie Ragland had to say. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Big physical middle linebacker. He's only 26 years old. Seemed like he's been around the league a little bit longer than that. I think he started off in Buffalo, somehow ended up in Kansas City. Last year won a championship with them. And he says that we have some of the similar qualities of the Kansas City Chiefs team that won the Super Bowl last year. And make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And it just seems like every year we have some new additions coming here. And they get selling the fan base pipe dreams. We Super Bowl ready. Or I see some of the qualities that when I won a championship here or between this team. And at the end of the day, let's take baby steps, man. They always make this huge proclamation or they make this huge, statement. Oh, yeah, I see some Super Bowl qualities here. At the end of the day, I'd just rather us, take baby steps. Do we got the quarterback? They got the arm like Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, Stafford at what, 31, 32 years old? He probably still got one of the biggest arms in the league. He can make every throw in the book. Do we got some good pass catchers? Yeah. Do we got a solid organization? Yeah. Are we slept on a little bit? Absolutely. But it's our own fault. But Reggie Ragland, he practiced here for a week and some change, and he already talking about, Super Bowl. I don't want to hear nothing about a Super Bowl in Detroit in training camp unless we coming off of a Super Bowl win. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes come here and we come to win, we come to do this and that, we come to steal this type of, mentality and character and discipline in the team. And then they come in here and they fall right on their face and we like, what the fuck happened? You said you seen, Super Bowl qualities, you seen some good qualities, and they get here and they just can't explain what happened. It's like coming to Detroit is coming into the a black cloud or whatever the situation may be, But at the same time, would it surprise me if you won a Super Bowl? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But, for Ragland to come in and make those bold statements, when you've been watching Lions for as long as I've been watching them, you didn't heard them come in here and say it. You didn't see people say it with their chest. You didn't see people say it with convention, with 1 billion times confidence. And then, they get out there and it just seemed like, they get defeated. You know what I'm saying? Anquan Bolden, I don't think he came in promised Super Bowl, but he came here and he had a guy that had a reputation for being a hard worker, good player, disciplined. And we get to the Seattle Seahawks playoff game, he ended up imploding right on the field. And even though it didn't cost us the game, we wasn't gonna win it regardless. But you see the Detroit Lions bring the bad out of a lot of players, in the National Football League that come here. And I don't think it's the proper time to be here selling us, we got Super Bowl qualities. Every team got qualities of a Super Bowl team. May it be very, very minor qualities, or some teams has major qualities. Every year the Dallas Cowboys think they got Super Bowl qualities, and they got 8-8 and 7-9 qualities in the sorry ass division. That's just the way it goes, man. But we talking about a guy that may or may not start in the middle linebacker. He not an every down linebacker. He more of those dudes that's a plugger, physical. You can't put him in space and tell him to go out there and cover DeAndre Swift or Alvin Kamara at all. You can't. But just go out there. My whole thing is to go out there and show us. That's it. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me that the Lions can go out there and have the qualities of a Super Bowl team. A good defense with a defensive coordinator that's supposed to come in here and change life defensively. An efficient offense that can continue to punch the ball in for 7 and don't settle for field goals. And a special teams that can learn how to wrap up, tackle, and know how to block. And then we can go ahead and talk about it. But it's always some dude on the Lions that come here and talk about Super Bowl. It ain't the Staffords. It ain't the Calvin Johnsons, the Galladays. It's usually guys like Reggie Ragland. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe he sees something that we don't. You know what I'm saying? But to compare us to Kansas City as far as the qualities, one of the major qualities that Kansas City got is premier head coaching to Andy Reid, and they got premier speed. We don't have no speed nowhere on this football team. Our fastest place is our defensive backfield, and that should be the fastest place on the team. But other than that, we don't have no speed. Our linebackers, Jamie Collins is cool, and then Davis, he can't play football, but he got some speed. But our D-line don't have no speed. Our tight ends don't really have speed. Hawkinson, okay. And our receiver core don't have no speed, especially when you're talking about, Jamal Agnew. If Jamal Agnew don't contribute, which I heard he looking pretty good in camp. and then Marvin Hall got injured. Outside of them and Swift, unless Huntley or Ty come in and contribute, we really don't have no team speed. And that's the issue with the Lions. So you get to comparing us to Kansas City, we don't have the speed and we don't have the coaching right now. So we need the speed and the coaching to go along with that. But maybe he see other qualities that I don't see there being day to day. And most players come in here and they're infatuated with Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're in awe of Matthew Stafford because of how good he is. And I don't think you really get opportunity to see how good he is unless you play in a division or you on the team. And it's not Matthew Stafford's fault that Matthew Stafford hasn't won in the city of Detroit. It's the organizational fault. And you can put a lot of guys in this organization and they won't succeed. And we all know that. And I think guys get here and they do 7-on-7s and they practice against the guy. And they probably say, damn, this dude is just as good as blah, say blah. This dude is just as good as this guy, that guy in the third. I mean, we could talk about Aaron Rodgers all day. They praise Aaron Rodgers and lay out a yellow brick road for Aaron Rodgers. And, you know, this motherfucker only got one Super Bowl. And if it wasn't for the Lions that season knocking Aaron Rodgers out of the game, the Packers probably wouldn't even have made the Super Bowl. Because Aaron Rodgers, it gave him an ability to be fresh. And he was really, really lively and energetic for the playoff run. You know? But they praise Aaron Rodgers, and then I guess that's the benefit of the doubt of actually winning playoff games and actually winning a Super Bowl. But they sit here and make every excuse and tell us how bad the Green Bay Packers organization is and how they haven't drafted a weapon in the first round in a very long time and how they ignore him. But then again, when we talk about Stafford and say, well, Stafford is really good. If Stafford was there and played, he was here, he was there, he played up there, he'd be pretty good. You know, basically, you know, the argument is exempt and nobody is, you know, believing in the argument. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, basically because nobody, because I guess he don't win and nobody respect Detroit like that or they don't think he that good. But I think he can be as good as Aaron Rodgers in the right situation. But, you know, that is what it is, man, as far as that. But, yeah, I'm hearing Agnew is looking pretty good in camp. We can talk about that for a second. And looking like a natural receiver. So, maybe he worked really, really hard at it. Maybe he played receiver in high school, a little bit in college. The way he running his routes probably good. And I seen him throw a deep ball. Stafford throw a deep ball to him when they was practicing in Georgia. So maybe, you know, receiver was the right move for him. If they can get something out of Agnew at the receiver position, that's going to be a hard transition to make going from nickel corner to receiver. If they can get something out of him from the receiver position, that's just going to add to the offensive speed. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what can they do with him? I mean, you know, basically you can teach them how to, you know, get off the line, you know, as far as, you know, when they press and, you know, how to run the routes. That's going to be the toughest thing is catching the ball, running the routes, the release, you know, getting the route tree down packed. You know what I'm saying? That's the deep ends, the outs, the nines, the skinny post, the regular post, the post corner post. I mean, you know, the slants, the drags, the screen. It takes a lot of concentration to catch those jailbreak screens. So I just think if he catching up to speed and they count on him to be a major contributor this year, his speed can be the difference. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to get Hall back, Agnew back, and Swift back, now you have some speed on the field. If you take those three guys away, really your offensive team speed really come down to Galladay. And Galladay is a good athlete, but we seen in the Green Bay game, he couldn't break away from Jair Alexander. You need those guys like Deshaun Jackson that can break away. You know what I'm saying? Joey Gallaways. You need a couple of those dudes on your team. But Swift is going to bring that explosiveness out the backfield. And Hall's going to, if they play Hall more, he can bring that explosiveness down the field. So hopefully, you know, if Agnew can bring anything this season offensively, that's just going to be a bonus for the Detroit Lions. And that might be a position switch that actually works. And the last position switch they tried to get that actually worked, it didn't work, was when they switched Killebrew from safety to linebacker. He's just a glorified special teams player, but, you know, I don't know why they keeping him on the roster. I think they actually like him, and that's why they keeping him on the roster. But, hey, let me know what you guys think about Reggie Ragland comments and what you think about Jamal Agnew sounding like he fitting in, being a receiver, and going to bring a different aspect of speed offensively in with some of the gadgety plays that Darrell Bevel could draw up. So, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to check out our Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can always reach out anytime. Twitter's the fastest way. Then Facebook, I'm really on IG. Want to make a donation? Cash App is CJ Good 313. The best way to donate is to share the video, but PayPal link in the description as well. And don't forget, check out the playlist. Talk Pistons, Lions, current Detroit news, the whole nine. Just keep sharing the videos. That's the best way to donate. Also, you can donate by checking out my other channel right here on YouTube, and that's Goodfellas Sports TV. Right here on YouTube, that's Goodfellas Sports TV. One time for the one time, we're gone.